What's wrong, Thomas?
We have to do it again.
But this is the World Cup that keeps on giving.
I know it keeps on giving, but how many times does it give?
Well, it doesn't help with me keep messing up the camera.
I think that's a group effort.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
The games are non-stop.
They are never going to end.
Never.
The football is never going to end.
No, we're rolling straight into the Premier League after
right into it, baby.
Fixtures have been announced.
There will be no break.
So welcome back. So we're continuing our summarising the World Cup games. They've gone. Where we left you last time, we were sort of halfway through the Spain game. It was 1-0 to Spain when we left you. I can confirm that game did end
1-0.
1-0. Diego Costa's goal was enough, lucky as it was.
I mean, I can't believe that counts as his own goal, but...
Iran played well.
Deserved more.
Deserved more. They did deserve more.
There was a bit of VAR incident at the end.
VAR, but it was the right decision.
Yeah, probably, but...
Oh, come on, it was.
Oh, it's only just off. It's going to be a clear error.
Is that right?
That's what they keep piping on about.
It's just offside, not a clear error.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
If tackling Harry Kane to the ground isn't an error, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Harry Kane died.
Aren't you English?
Half Eagles. Half Crystal Palace of Carthage.
Crystal Palace of Carthage.
Iran still have a chance of getting through. They've got 3 points, Spain, and the whipping boys of the group have 4.
Yeah.
And Iran play the whipping boys on the final day, while Spain play Morocco.
How much are you going to try and get a rise out of me by calling them the whipping boys?
I'm just saying, what I've seen, Portugal the weakest side in that group, and that includes Morocco.
The team they just beat.
But in all jokes aside, it looks like it's going to be, as we thought, between Spain and Portugal, who comes first and second. But the biggest shocks was not Spain.
It wasn't.
Was not anything before that. The biggest shock was what happened to Argentina.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Brazil winning a football match, but okay.
We can.
No, it's okay.
They have done that.
Okay. I know.
They first did that back in I don't know where I'm going with that. But
1907 it was. I remember the year fondly.
1907. But Argentina played Croatia, and Croatia absolutely just knocked the stuffing out of them. 3-0 hammering for Argentina.
They just had their way with them, really. You
So,
enjoyed that, didn't you?
I enjoyed the thought of Croatia having their way with them. But Argentina were terrible.
Oh.
And
every player. I apologise. In an earlier take, I just spent hours hammering on Messi, but the entire team was bad. I will, again, for the second time today, state that it's not just Willy Caballero's fault for what happened, despite the commentators deciding that it was all his fault once that goal went in.
Well, it was a bad error, though, Tom.
It was.
And it sort of summarised everything that was going wrong with Argentina, really, because that was coming. Croatia's goals were coming.
They weren't winning before, and they didn't play any better after it went in. It's not like that goal changed the flow of the match. They would have been losing before, basically.
Why? We've seen Ronaldo lift Portugal.
In 2 straight games now.
Okay. Messi, we know he does that on a regular basis for Barca. So why is he not able to do that now?
Well, I'll probably get attacked for this, but I don't think he cares.
You don't think he cares?
It does not look like he cares. When you see him at Barcelona, he gets these little 1-2s, and then he just goes on a mazy run. Did you see him do any mazy runs? Maybe it's not that he doesn't care. Maybe he's so pressured he can't get out of his own shell. But he's weak. He's weak for this Argentina side.
We all need to know what is a mazy run.
I would show you, but the camera doesn't. It's not wide enough.
Okay. So that's it then. Is it Messi? So Messi, do you think it's like just problems back to front? Like everything's a mess, coaching?
Yeah, I think the entire setup is a problem. I think the fact that the manager said that his entire job was just to take care of Messi and facilitate Messi was the first thing when you're like, this World Cup's not going to go well.
Down in a game, take Aguero off for Higuain, why not leave them both on?
Makes absolutely no sense.
Ridiculous.
Not even an England manager would do that. An England manager constantly do all things.
But why would you do it? You need to win. You haven't won your first game.
And you're not winning your second game.
Well, you 1-0 down in your second game. You need to get back in it. I don't get that. Some of these teams in this World Cup really...
They've made peculiar decisions.
Annoyed me how they're just not going for it.
Well, there's a lot of teams not going for it. And, I mean, can I segue here? Do you mind me segueing? Let's segue into a team that we received a bit of vitriol for online. Let's segue into a team that we were told haven't been beat in 2 years, and we should be ready. We should be ready for how well they're going to play. Can you remember what that team was again?
Man United.
I got on a rant, and you just cut me off in the flow.
It was Peru, Thomas. It was Peru. Paddington Bears, Peru.
And how many of Paddington Bears, Peru's games have they won thus far?
They've lost both of them.
They've lost both?
Yes.
Both games?
Yes.
Would you argue that they're a well-drilled side, that they don't concede a lot of goals, but they have a hard time scoring them?
Yeah.
Oh, so what you said when we first reviewed this.
I would say they play some nice, pretty football, but eventually they're pretty toothless.
Absolutely toothless up front.
They should have beat Denmark, but they didn't.
Nope.
In this game, it seemed like they didn't play with anything like the intensity.
No.
That they did against France. And they gave France quite an easy, comfortable game, really.
Especially they didn't start playing until they were 1-0
Which is disappointing, because I think this France team was there to be got at, and they just didn't. And France have kind of wriggled out of this group.
They've looked weak.
They've looked weak, but they could still come good.
Pogba and Mbappe still look like a really good pairing. Those are two players that every time I watch France play, I'm like, these two know exactly where each other are.
If Peru would have played with the effort and desire that Australia played with,
they would have probably won both games.
Yeah. Australia drew 1-1 with Denmark earlier on in the group, and they have really impressed me. They've been a team that have really showed the heart and effort. Typical Aussie.
Yeah.
Just go in there. They don't give you anything. They're hard to beat.
Yeah.
You know you're in a game when you play Australia at anything.
You do.
Jedinak scored.
Yeah.
Why did he score?
Because he's got the beard.
Grow a beard, England team.
I'm trying.
Grow a beard.
It's a month of growth.
God.
Fresh face.
That was Jedinak shaves before every match. And that's just when it's time for a penalty, it just grows.
You should see him at like 12 o'clock at night. Yeah. His wife can't sleep in a bed with him anymore because it fills it out. What is England missing?
Jedinak.
I was going to say beards, but yes, Jedinak as well.
Just him.
Just him. Just with him, we'd win the World Cup.
So Australia have got 1 point. Peru have got none and are out. Denmark are
best position. 4.
They got 4 points, and France have got 6, so they're in the best position.
That is a good point. I can't do maths.
Yeah.
Also, Peruvian fans, all joking aside, we take your points on board. We really appreciate people liking, subscribing. We really appreciate you guys viewing it, and please keep doing that. I do apologize for gloating just a little bit. As an England fan, it's very rare I get this opportunity, so I had to take it.
Yeah. You segued into Group C. I just want to segue back to Group D, and I just want to go back to the Argentina game. I know it sounds... It's not to bag on Argentina, because most of the time when a favourite side plays badly, they talk about them being bad rather than the other side being good, and Croatia was superb.
Croatia were brilliant. The Modric goal.
Modric's goal was fantastic. Rakitic was brilliant. The final goal where they literally just took the piss out of Argentina was a joy to behold. And also Maradona crying was a joy to behold.
I talk about like not getting a lot of chances to gloat, but Argentina, suck it! You're out! I mean, you're not out, but you're out! Woo!
And also...
Oh, that felt good.
A team that we've also given a lot of shit to, who came through today. Came through and showed us that they've got something that we all knew they had. I can't believe you've forgotten it. Nigeria. Right?
Oh!
So we thought Iceland would beat Nigeria today. One thing, that thunderclap.
Yeah!
It was so funny because in the stadium, when the Icelandic fans started doing the thunderclap, everybody just went silent and was just watching them. It was like usually the other in normal domestic football when the away fans cheer, the other team cheer them back.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was like we're going to let you watch it.
We like
cool. They said a lot about the heat affected the Icelandic players, but I think that's doing a disservice to Nigeria. I thought they were superb.
I thought they played really well.
I thought they scored 2 really good goals.
They did. The second goal, especially, just total pace and control.
Musa, I think Leicester will want him back.
I don't know what they're doing ever, but
yeah, that's possibly. True. But I'm sure he's one of those players that plays poorly for 7 or 8 games in a row and then has one good game and you're like, why can't he play like that every time?
I feel like there's a lot of Nigerian players like that. And Didi had a really good match though.
Yeah, and Moses, every time he got the ball, he looked much more positive. He wasn't throwing himself to the ground every time. But they played how we expected Nigeria to play.
They did.
Very fast, very direct, with a lot of flair.
Not worried about defending.
Yes, they're not great at the back, but yeah, they didn't need to be today. Two-step run-ups on penalties.
Just he stands there, and you just go, "This isn't." Everyone was just like, "This isn't going in." You knew it wasn't going in.
I had faith in Sigurdsson, but when I do see two-step penalties, I think, oh.
I just don't. Players seem to get under the ball with a two-step one. It's like all the power is built on leaning backwards on a two-step when you don't have that momentum to carry you through. Which is like Cuevas' one the other day where he leans back too far, and you saw it. Sigurdsson just leant all the way back trying to curl into the top corner. And he's overcomplicated the easiest thing you can do.
I think you said it earlier on. I've always been more of a fan of low penalties than high penalties, but I've never been a penalty taker, so I wouldn't say I knew how to do it. So that's really made Group D look like the group of death that we all thought it was. Everybody's still got a chance of going through. Croatia have got 2 wins, so I think that does make them look like they are through. So between Argentina, who play Nigeria, and Iceland playing Croatia, one of those other sides is going to go through too. Yeah. And it really is a toss of a coin.
I would love to see Iceland go through.
I'd like to see Nigeria go through now. If they play like that against Argentina.
I get the feeling against Argentina that they might just do it.
I still have a feeling that Messi will do something. I'm mad, I know, but that is just my gut feeling. He is one of the best players of all time.
Yes.
I'm gonna back him to pull a rabbit out of them.
I mean, he's got to.
What do you pull a rabbit out of a burrow?
Pull a rabbit out of a burrow. I guarantee you're coming out with bite marks. Ah! And Ian's no longer welcome on this podcast.
Shall we have a little? Shall we go through? We did open some stickers while we were doing it. We were a bit bored earlier on. We opened some stickers, didn't we? Shall we just show the lovely public?
We've got the FIFA. My game is fair play.
I wish we had a picture of Sepp Blatter. Did you hear what he said?
This. I did not. What did he say?
I did not. What did he say?
Just saying, it is scripted. Teleprompter.
Sepp Blatter said that I'm still president of FIFA. I'm just suspended.
Go Dean. I'm just.
So.
I bet Gianni Infantino sat in an office just giggling to himself watching him say this sort of thing.
So, also in other news, Thomas, we're going to have a little go back to England. England were, according to a reputable news source, England were declared the greatest side in the world today.
Ian, I keep trying to tell you, you're not a reputable news source.
But I feel it.
You're mad. Have you been smoking before this?
I'm getting on the bit of the hype train now for England.
Our favourite player, Neymar Jr. We'll talk about him in a minute. Sorry, keep going.
Getting on a bit of the hype train for...
I don't know why. We were garbage. Garbage.
I think you're way too harsh.
Thibaut Courtois.
I'm coming round.
You're only coming round. You came round as well beforehand. You're just going to be back with me in a couple days. Lukaku.
Right. Take a little break there, Tom.
Sterling. Wait. Vardy.
Already got him.
Oh, we don't.
Already got him. Already got this one.
Legends.
Got it already. Got it.
No one likes you.
So, we also had a couple of games to talk about today. I think we might as well start with Brazil.
Yeah.
Neymar proved that he is again one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player in the world.
He's certainly the greatest crier in the world. What was that at the end of the game?
Sorry, I just remembered that.
I know. Is it hard liking the best player on earth and him caring so much more than anyone else does about the game?
It just means more to him, doesn't it?
I know, he cares. He cares.
It just gets so emotional, and it just means that, like, you can see it. Like, he cares.
Yeah, really cares. Really cares. So much so that he just cried on his own for 5 minutes before anyone even walked over to help him up because he was crying on the pitch. Brazil
weren't great, but they still remain a dangerous side to me. I still think that, like, they do look quite good at the back. They don't look like they're going to concede many goals, and I think that it will click for them up front. And they've got too much talent.
I think that they have a sensational team. They remind me a little bit of Germany. I could see them, their biggest problem just being that they don't fire in a knockout game. We've already seen it in the last World Cup where they didn't fire in a knockout game. I don't think Neymar, for all his greatness, all his godliness, is the answer to their problems. And I think by constantly giving him the ball and expecting something, they're going to have problems because he spent half the match on the ground. That penalty thing.
He doesn't look fit.
It was that penalty move was disgusting. Though. The man touches his tummy and he falls over.
Neymar's dive for the penalty was pathetic.
And he called the ref. If you look at the replay, the ref watches him, calls penalty, and he's got perfect view. Calls a penalty, and it's only because so many Costa Ricans surrounded him that he went to look at it. And on replay, it is bad.
They must have gone in his ear though as well and said, "You think you might not look at that again?" Because it is pathetic. Neymar's actions are pathetic, and I just wish he didn't have to resort to that because he is way too good of a player. But that seems to be the way he plays.
Oh, but it's always the Neymar show. Well, the thing is, he could have finished that goal. He could have scored, but he didn't. He chose not to.
By hook or by crook, which is a common theme we're saying in this World Cup. Brazil did get the job done. It was Philip Coutinho and Neymar did get a goal. 2 late goals. Harsh on Costa Rica, but that does knock them out of the tournament.
It's sad to see. I actually kind of enjoyed Costa Rica to a certain extent, especially in this game.
I thought they played well at times against Serbia too, but just wasn't to be for them at this tournament. They had a good one last time. Not always easy to carry it forward.
No, it's not. Later. We've talked about everything. We have provided you guys with some sensational coverage.
Some would say too much.
Well, one might
not me though.
It's when you edit in an extra 10 minutes of back footage that I start to think that you've given the people too much.
Me just like hanging my clothes up.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's the topless ones I don't know.
Oh my god. But they do get the most views.
They do get the most views. Very biased little tops.
So the next video we do will be for the England game.
It will indeed.
It will also we'll also do one for the other games happening around that day. We won't be doing a live stream.
No, not this week.
Just because it doesn't quite work out timing-wise.
No, it does not.
But I can't wait for the England game. Join us for very excited reactions.